The main reason why so many people are forgiven isn't because they deserve it, but you have to get free yourself from the burden of the past. Forgiving takes away that sense of unfinished business, and by forgiving, after so much pain, the liberation finally takes place. It's all behind us. Nobody forgets. We only have found the courage to lift the weight we were carrying inside for months, and it belonged only to us. Learning to forgive seems easy, but it hasn't been for anyone. You can't resist to do it, but when you notice the years are gone by, you will notice to have worn out over the months for no reason, and you have wasted precious time. To feel the grudge is a free suffering that you inflict to yourself, because those people don't feel anything about this suffering. When something striking happens, they still behave as if they had done nothing, and even if their intentions were partially different. But it doesn't guarantee they were good. They feel nothing, and they always think to be right, and there seems to be something keeps them away from the responsibilities of the situation. And you know what it is? The pride. So in front of their eyes, you seem to be another person, just because you have shown a different reactions than usual. It's obvious that they are people who have never learned to read inside themselves, as the inner work they have already done, it has not been enough probably. You will forgive because it will be past, and because you will understand that you cannot do anything else. You have to leave that grudge. You don't need it, so let it go. We can't go back, but you can choose right now who you want to have close to in the future. If you would come back, you would making two mistakes. You are giving them a new opportunity to disappoint you, because you would be settled for, with the fear that there are no better people around. Instead, yes, and closing yourself off to the new opportunities about life, you would still have some new expectations about them, that in the reality they will never be satisfied precisely because they have not changed. It's been built a wall at this point, and it doesn't matter if it is made of thin paper or bricks. Both simple and exaggerated events lose importance here. The focus always remains in the negative emotions we feel and carry with us, hatred and frustration. You would beat on it your head anyway, trying to find the right compromise. In according to the true trust, that wall, it shouldn't even exist, but being inevitable, leave them behind your shoulders. And if you can't, cause they are part of the family, send them your love and compassion at distance every time you want. Here we are talking about compassion and not pity. So continue to have respect for them, but rather choose to leave them out from your projects. Show to yourself that you have self-love, and choose to want knowing new people to share new things with. Always respect the person you are and protect yourself, keeping away who is toxic for you. It's clear to many, people don't know each other well even after so many years. But it's for this reason that we can decide and making specific choices, because sometimes compromises are good until to a certain point. If you can live with this fact that is always present in your mind every day, nice. But remember that keeping delusions inside ourselves is not good for body and mind. When you don't expect it, all this can be vented by anger, and sometimes even with someone who is unrelated with the situation. Don't allow people to take advantage of your generosity, because if they would know about your forgiveness, some of them could take it as an habit. People who have made a mistake will be more predisposed to make another one, because you are able to forgive them all the times, and they begin to take your goodness for granted. Instead, we should put an end We all make mistakes, but our choices clearly determine who we are and what we really want to do. Sometimes taking a break makes you feel better. If you choose to leave them behind and you miss someone, call them. But always remember that you can choose between who can stay in or out your life. Suspended situations are uncomfortable for everyone. There is something magical and great that happens when they don't know that you have forgiven them. All begins to come true easily, and all the things you wanted, they will start to enter into your life. Things you had set apart to take care of that people. Many of us make sacrifices because we care about a purchased relationship, and when the universe notices that you have stopped resisting to its flow, having also removed the toxic people, it's now that everything happens. While when they know about your forgiveness, in some circumstances, they may surprise you. I mean, it's pretty rare, but as we all know, true facts are more important than words, and it's what we need most. A simple and exciting showing of love.